And welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey through the sci-fi series that unite our generations. And we actually have, probably, hopefully, a good episode of Star Trek, because last one was not as good as I remembered.
Retrospect, hindsight's never 2020, or is it always 2020? I forget that,
Yeah,
but
but you should
yeah,
always be able
going
to
through
smell dog shit.
with my sinuses, I sometimes have trouble.
yeah,
Oh, well, before we get started though, it
yeah.
might don't act too surprised or shocked, but I've had a thought.
Oh no.
This might be interesting. We were kind of
7
talking
episodes of Lost
earlier.
in Space were actually good instead of 6.
er, but we have been briefly discussing Star Trek spin-offs and stuff like that, and I thought we could do, if we had the resources, we could do another remastered original series, but this time what we do is we insert scenes of the salt vampire moving about. Say, you have Kirk or McCoy or Spock and Kirk wandering down a corridor, and in the background you would see the salt vampire just slipping across from one end to the other.
Yeah, because what if...
Or
Yeah.
or what if you have a scene where Kirk, Spock, and McCoy or others are beaming down to a planet's surface, and so many times we've had a shot of a crewman's hand on the transporter controls.
It's
So
actually the
we
salt
have show the crew.
vampires.
Oh yeah, so we cut to the crewman's hand on the transporter controls. We cut back to Kirk and the others saying, "Energized," and then we cut back to the transporter controls, and it's the salt vampire's arm moving the controls.
Yeah, I can dig it. I don't think we could do the whole series, but like
Just occasional.
as a Patreon gag, we could probably do it. But we have to really blow up for that kind of money. But I still like this idea of the salt vampire hanging out on the ship, just because free
Yeah.
salt. Like, I mean, all I got to do is go up to this little box on the wall and say, "Can I have some fried chicken? Can I have a salty margarita?" And presto.
In fact, give me a salty margarita, but hold the margarita.
I've never seen anyone gurgle salt water as much as you, Lieutenant Raymond.
Oh no, my name is Lieutenant Chloride. It's
Chlorine.
it, wait, it looks like it's spelled chloride, and yes, but it's pronounced chloride.
First name, it's a bit long, but
Sodium.
no. My nickname is Sadie. But today, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the good Star Trek, like the really good Star Trek, where we have Mirror Mirror.
Yeah, I hope we don't end up, with a different opinion than our expectations.
Seriously, yeah. So, go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead. Put us. Dang. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. Hold on. And I'm
Me
back.
way, me way, me way.
Oh, shush. So go ahead, put us on pause, and pull up your favorite physical media or streaming service and get into Star Trek Original Series episode Mirror Mirror, and come back to us when you're ready. Welcome back, and we'll go ahead and get the show started in 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. And we're back on the set of Who Mourns for Adonis, apparently, with Ahura and the power move.
I know. I wondered if that was the highest they could safely put the platform she has her foot on. What if they made it a taller dais?
Hey, I recognize him. Where's he been from?
Um, just a quick look. Oh, that's Vic Perrin. Uh, he was in
That's probably where
Twilight
I saw him.
Zone, Gunsmoke, Dragnet. He was the voice of Dr. Zinn in Johnny Quest. He was in He was the voice of Nomad in the Changeling, and he was the voice of the
Mm.
Metron in
Hey,
Arena.
but we got Chekhov back, so there's that.
Interesting that we come across planets that do not automatically jump at the chance
That's
to
because the
join the
Federation is a
Federation.
lie. And of course the Klingons are
Oh,
rolling through the galaxy, and that's why everyone is learning to speak Klingon. Ha 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 ha.
that was a rather harsh indictment of the Federation. I mean, yes, it has its bad points. It will get sort of worse points later on, as we'll see in the next generation. But I guess, though, you will have planets that are autonomous.
They just don't want to be, members of the Federation.
Yeah, because I don't think Ferenginar had
Well, of
formally
course not.
joined the
There was no profit
Federation.
in it.
Uhura is not entirely on the transporter platform. Interesting.
Yep. But I'm digging the uniform.
Pardon? This is going to sound horrible from me, but I'd like to shake the hand of whoever designed the female uniforms for Mirror Universe crew.
It's well done, well done.
Fashionable. It could catch on.
No, no.
I wonder how the Vulcans were convinced of the logic behind using that
It was easier to
device.
keep the crew in line. Like it
Oh, and if
it doesn't waste resources by putting them in cells or anything.
hmm, it's probably easier to make a logical argument when you're pointing a phaser directly at the person
Exactly. Yeah.
arguing with you.
Ah. So what was the original inflection point for the mirror universe? Like, what was the one thing that was changed, or do we not know?
Uh, well, if we go to that fan fiction series Enterprise, their two-part mirror universe episode, when the Vulcan when the Vulcan ship discovers that Earth has developed warp drive and lands at the landing site where
Yeah.
Zephyr and Cochrane was, and the Vulcans come out and formally introduce themselves, and Cochrane takes out a gun and blows them away.
That doesn't seem like that would work.
And well, they then had a Vulcan starship and used that as the basis for developing warp technology and taking over the rest of the galaxy. Apparently, the agonizer doesn't knock them out, but allows them to get up and recover after its
Mm.
use. Yes, make yourself useful. I think they're kind of overdoing it with the uh, alternate universe
Oh,
symbol.
you mean like the sword and the earth everywhere? Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah,
Also, what did they use? Because they had to scrub that off for the next episode.
I think they just built new panels. The lizard on the
No,
wall
no,
is
no.
gone.
It's
Gasp.
wrong angle. We have
Oh,
to be. I think we have to be facing the other direction.
oh, okay. I felt dizzy ever since I got the script. They're using Ion Storm as a convenient excuse for a lot of
Well, I mean,
things,
it was
I've
the
realized.
1960s. You just put ion in front of everything. It's like they could say
Just like, and I hesitate to mention this, but
Lost in Space. Yes,
Lost in Space would fall back on the cosmic storm excuse whenever there was a really bad lightning storm.
well, I mean, it's more exciting that way, you know. Oh no, it's not a regular storm. It's a cosmic storm
Cosmic storm.
on the Enterprise.
Ouch. No one really notices that until Uhura starts getting more whistles from the people in the
Pretty
corridor.
much. And the communicators aren't monitored.
I guess not in the original universe. Oh, don't back out now, Miss. I mean, you're doing pretty good. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
you're Uhura, and McCoy is a rather sloppy person in the
And he's a
mirror
doctor, which
universe.
is concerning too.
Yes. I wonder if they all had directives saying, "Okay, act
Probably.
nasty." Everyone
And we
go
have two guards
grrr.
at the elevator. Weren't you busy like
Oh,
nuking a civilization just a few moments ago?
the
Oh
scar is a
yeah.
nice touch. Ooh, ooh.
Ha! What are you doing with my woman?
Really. Speaking of which, where's my yeoman? And the guard over by the door goes, "Huh? What was that?"
To be perfectly honest, if I had to stand, this is why I can't be in the military. If I was forced to stand guard at a door for several hours at least, you know, my mind would just like the entire Soviet army could sneak by, and I'd be like, pork rinds.
Especially if you
Oh
drew
god,
night
yeah.
duty. Someone approaches the gate, you say, "What's the password?" And a voice comes back saying, "The password is we'll shoot your ass if you don't let us in." And you say, "Yeah, that'll work. Go on in."
Security Chief Sulu? Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes.
I wonder if they ever got down to timing of closing those doors. Like they have to go at the same rate in order to do that nice smooth meeting in the middle.
Well, I know that on the blooper reels for the original season, they have had incidents where people walk towards the doors expecting them to slide open at the right moment, and the door people miss their cue. Kirk couldn't arrange for a uniform to bear more of his chest. Just
He
saying
probably
here.
couldn't because I mean we already had Khan, so
God.
the memory of Khan still trembles in his dreams.
Yeah, I'm the captain. Deal with it. And unfortunately, here he just might. Ah, that was the interest in the Hulkan planet.
It's generous. The phasers might destroy some of those crystals. I mean, I'm just thinking ahead.
I think they've got enough fine tuning to where they can just destroy the surface installations instead of uh, where the
Yeah.
crystals are buried. Here he's practicing for his later role on Babylon 5. Oh,
But that doesn't make sense because it's like the rank isn't all single file. Like there's not just one private. There's a whole bunch of privates and one sergeant.
and then he would have to take care of Sulu and Spock, who would really be suspicious.
Ta-da! Boom!
Oh,
Tunk.
I wonder if they even have stun settings on their on the
Probably
phasers
not.
in the Empire. Kirk fits so well into this Imperial role.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean,
Lands on his
if
feet.
you were playing Goody Two Shoes, and I've seen this in several series where they somehow whatever get into an alternate universe and there's evil versions. They always seem to have so much fun just playing evil versions of themselves or twisted in some way.
Well, yeah, I was in a. I mean, this was before the internet really took off. I was in a play-by-mail game where the players were members of a royal family, And when the game moderators asked, what kind of character I would want it to be, and they sent along a list of available openings, I noticed that the evil prince was available, and I went for that. Yeah, I wanted to be the evil prince.
For those among us who are, under 30 years old, mail used to be things you would put in envelopes and a stamp and then put into a mailbox, and then several weeks later you may or may not get a response.
Well, that's how it was. We would send in our moves and insert some dialogue, and the moderators would get all the entries in from the players and adjust the game settings, and then send everyone another page or so of dialogue explaining what happened.
Yeah, I was in a play-by-mail
And
Battletech game once.
oh really? That must
Well,
have
yeah,
been
you should have
interesting.
noticed. That was like I used to get letters from the guy.
Oh,
It's like a big ass thick packet of what the fuck happened. You're an engineer now. Yeah.
and McCoy would be less conspicuous. Oh, now
hmm
he's asking that question. But I guess this is the first real opportunity they've had to do that. Oh, bring back the giggly computer from
Oh
first
yes,
season,
Captain. Of course. Mirror.
dear.
Well, I mean, Pike was a slaving bastard in the original universe, so what is he like in this one?
He's a martyred saint of the first church of deposed
Uh,
Starfleet captains. Swore an oath of celibacy. He freed the Orions.
Spock is like, these ain't our people. Into the brig.
I wonder how. It couldn't have been long before they realized that there was
And there's
something
Uhura
wrong
with the
here.
power move again.
There still should have been like a visible pause before crew moved in to
Well,
restrain the
we're skipping
captain.
that part.
That yeah, I would have liked to have seen, but I guess it would have
It
needed a
could have been a
longer
two-parter.
episode.
Or maybe even a three-parter where the first episode deals with our crew or the good crew in the mirror universe, and then the second episode deals with the mirror universe crew in the normal universe, and then the third episode is the resolution. It could have been the TV's first three-parter.
Yeah, yeah, we could have had Uhura. I mean Sulu and Uhura on in a corridor, and Sulu says, "Oh hi Uhura," and she immediately stabs him in the
Pretty
gut
much.
with a knife.
That's not cool. So is he gonna let him return to duties after the agony booth?
uh, I would imagine his career, at least as far as Kirk is concerned, is over. Now, those guys in the background who have identified themselves as Kirk's men, I
Oh
wonder how
shit! One of them's a
secure
Vulcan.
their positions are. Really, I'd have to
It's the
look
one on the
closer
left. Come
again.
on, stop with the back and forth.
I know it's not. I know it's not the bald
No, all
one.
Vulcans have hair. Yeah. See?
He certainly
Oh
is.
wait. Maybe
Lord,
he's
all the
because
years,
he's got the curvy eyebrows, which means I think he's a Romulan.
I've watched this episode, and it's the first time I've noticed that.
Well, clearly you were wishing this was a Lost in Space episode, which you feel is the superior series. Da 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 da
I
da
will
da.
sign a document, and you can post it on the screen, saying that I do not feel automatically that Lost in Space was a superior
Ladies and,
series.
ladies and gentlemen,
Signed, Papa.
ladies and gentlemen,
Hugs and kisses.
this man enjoyed, unironically, the 2000s movie of Lost in Space.
No, he did
He's
not,
he's
except
got
for
he's got
Lacey
the
Chabert
steelbox version movie
as
poster at
Penny.
his wall.
No, no. I do regret they didn't release a movie version of the Penny action figure,
Okay.
and that's my only regret. I mean, I don't like what they did to the Jupiter 2. I don't like the fact that in order to engage the hyperdrive, you had to put one person way up on the wall to turn the
Oh yeah.
control knob. All sorts of stupid stuff like that. And that's as much button pushing as I am allowing you this time.
Hello.
Yes. And here we come to another reason I prefer this over Lost in Space. Yeah, I'll bet y'all had quite a time in the chem lab.
This is the perks of being a captain.
Yeah.
She was in on it.
That is Barbara Luna, by the way. Some film credits, some television credits, but not much. I mean, she was in the second season of Buck Rogers in the
Wasn't she in the
25th
mod squad
Century.
as well?
If No, you're
Oh.
thinking of someone else. She was in Fantasy
Ah.
Island. She also appeared in an episode of T.J. Hooker with Shatner. But people seem to remember her for this role.
It's a
I kind of
mystery.
wonder why. Yeah, it's. Oh no, if I was a spy for, say, Sulu, I'd expect to hear something like that from her.
And also, like, I'll be honest, they see it's like they're almost not allowed any kind of sexuality, or really blatant sexuality, except in the mirror universe. In no matter what series, either DS9, Next Generation. Actually, wait, was there a mirror universe in the Next
Uh,
Generation?
they
Yeah, there
no, but in
was. 'Cause that had
DS9,
the leather-clad Kira. I remember that.
yeah. Wonder why, but
What do you mean unknown?
he's speaking as the real Kirk. I mean, this
Well,
universe
yeah, I
is
know, but
unknown to
like
him.
the star date is probably listed on a panel somewhere. Like I can't look at almost a single piece of my technology without it yelling at me what the date and time is. and I appreciate it too.
And aren't all log entries monitored by
Exactly. Yeah.
security? There's a better response from Kirk than just going,
Seriously.
huh? Which is what I would have done.
Also, if she has access to it, she could.
Yes, that's kind of scary. I mean, she must really be that good to warrant, such a revelation. I don't think, yeah, the real universe Kirk is much afraid of
Well, I
Starfleet
mean,
Command.
what are they going to
Not
do?
not to not to an extent of being a court master or anything. Just that all successful captains, whether Starfleet or terrestrial military, have to demonstrate initiative to some extent, not to where they go automatically against authority, but where they could step in and kind of exceed or overlook certain orders to get a job done. Probably, or maybe hopefully, we'll get a lot of emails to lostpodcastoftitan at gmail.com slapping me down for that theory. That's just my feelings, speaking as a,
I was about to say,
career
as
civilian.
a career admiral and da da da. No. Also, bear in mind, folks, neither of us have been in the military, so usually when we're trying to make comments on tactics, uniforms, regulations, we're just pulling that shit out of our ass.
Yeah, sometimes rather successfully, but we have been
Mm-hmm.
known to stumble. And the Empire officers can't go around that.
Maybe because technically the captain is superior, I guess. Oh shit.
Boy, Sulu in the Mirror Universe is a
I
busy little
kind of like
bee.
that though, to be honest. I always like, subterfuge, backstabbing, Byzantine politics, that sort of thing. It's kind of like why I want really a series set in the Romulan Empire. It's like barely a phaser,
Yes.
barely a disruptor shot fired. You lost before you even stepped into this star system.
Like the actors are told at the onset is there's every chance that maybe even within 3 episodes your character will be killed and out of the
Yeah.
series. So keep those resumes updated. Ooh.
Okay. And hello. Why aren't you in bed?
Oh, how nice.
Oh, oh shit! God damn!
Yeah, can I have the brand? Can I have the brand name of your oil? Oh, I don't know. I think you've been practicing pretty good. Oh, I think you've managed. Oh, you old smoothie. That was
Well,
unnecessary.
she's trying to oil her trap, so to speak, and her prey just kind of walked off, so she's feeling very insulted.
Ugh. Lady, you got to work on your
Mm-hmm.
delivery a bit here. And yes, I know I'm not in the military, but I am involved in a relationship. So,
God damn!
ooh, that's
And this
ambition.
was on TV in the 1960s. You say, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, interestingly enough, after this episode aired, Roddenberry received a couple of letters from very young viewers saying that why couldn't the real Kirk, have a captain's woman? And Roddenberry had to kind of send replies saying, "Well, uh, just letting you know that a captain's woman is not really a very nice
Huh.
lady. Ask your
Wait,
parents."
why are they not a nice lady? They could be very nice.
Well, actually, I think she's spectacular. But
I mean, sometimes I want a captain's woman. Yeah.
oh, really? I'm sure your darling
Who
spouse
who do you think is the
sympathizes
captain's woman?
with you.
Oh wait, is this the one? No, I don't think that was it. Okay.
I think I know what
Yeah.
you were going to
So for
mention.
our audience, there's like
The plaque.
this scene that I recall being agonized over for hours uh in a Star Trek meeting group, whatever. But Captain Kirk walks past out of his quarters. There's a billboard full of medals, and one of them was certain they saw the Romulan Medal of Honor equivalent on the board, and they just spent like hours just trying to pause it just the right frame. Drove me insane. I'm like, there's the rest of the episode. We could watch the rest of the episode.
I think I know where to locate a still for you of that particular scene, and I'll send it to you if I can.
Oh, you can just let me know if there's a Romulan Medal of Honor on it.
And no one's walking by on the corridor seeing this.
Wait, is her? Oh shit, she's got different earrings. I just noticed with hat, which has that symbol. I think.
I wonder if she liked those better
I
than the
don't know. I
green
kind of dig the
hoops.
green hoops. They pop so goddamn much.
This is going to go down as one of my favorite Uhura scenes in the
Really?
original
Why is that?
season. Not necessarily. I'll show you in just a minute.
Damn.
Here we go. Yeah. Anyone on this bridge want to mess with that? Come on. Oh, Mr. Cool there lounging
Seriously.
against the
Also,
wall.
why are the guards there? Like, I mean, are they supposed to stop them or not? And now they're at
I
attention?
guess. Oh yeah. Interesting. And Kirk holds up
Mm-hmm.
a middle finger. Is that
Why are there
restricted
no guards
enough?
in the transporter room? You think that would also be sensitive.
You would think, yeah.
I'll give you 12 hours. Wait, so the mirror universe Bones is soft and sentimental?
That's an interesting point. Uh, in the original, or at least in James Blish's adaptation of this script, there was a creature in McCoy's laboratory being tortured.
Oh, yeah, I think I read about that. And that is not Leonard Nimoy. Oh,
Of course, he's wearing a beard.
no. No, I mean, like, the stunt double was just.
Well, I can tell that's not Shatner.
Oh.
And Uhura didn't have any hesitation about uh, showing a knife rather rapidly with Sulu. Surprised she was
Well,
slower
she
with
was planning
Spock.
that ahead of time. Stealing her resolve.
Oh,
Ha
okay.
ha ha ha. Crunch. He just had a head conk. How is that going to be killing him?
I know, and the skull's shattered. Or is there a soft spot on the Vulcan skull that we don't
That
know
would
about?
seem, to be danger. It's if
Brr.
why didn't they grab the? Da 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 da.
And to my way of memory, Takai hasn't had that many so-called villainous roles, so this must have been new for him.
I can't remember. I think he was a villain in Heroes, where they seem to be taking every Star Trek cast member who is still alive and casting them in roles of villainy. At least I think so. Like I know Ahura was in it, not as Ahura, but
Now I suppose we're going to
pretty
put
much.
him on
Well,
the
I mean, he's going to
operating
be
table.
dying any minute now, Captain. It'll only take a minute.
Wait, he said it was only going to take a minute, and now he says he
Exactly.
needs
Also,
5 minutes.
where's like the other doctors and the nurses? Nurse Chapel, please stable at blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I would. I would have liked to have seen the alternate
Oh
chapel.
Lord. Boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom. Hello, doctor. Boom chicka boom.
And she sees Spock unconscious on the operating table and says, I'll take care of the preliminaries, Doctor. Come back in half an hour." So apparently, it's easier for the mirror Spock to do that than the
Mm-hmm.
Spock in our universe. In fact, considering the history of the Empire, what little we know of it, did his father actually marry an Earthwoman?
Well, I mean, he's still what do you call it? Damn it. No, he's still half human. Yeah.
Half human? Has he actually demonstrated any traits which could be linked to a half human ancestry?
Also, like, who, uh, like, is there a good version of her on the Enterprise?
Yes. Stay tuned here. We'll be seeing that. Oh, now Uhura gets into action. And still no security people
Yep.
in the transporter. But they can do that. And I think that's the first time Scotty ever called Kirk by his first name.
Probably. Yeah. We've already discussed this. Bros before hoes.
Well, I think he was putting
Oh.
it a bit nicer.
Wenches stay on benches. I don't know.
That might work. If Kirk had earlier on gone into these last minute bouts of intelligence
Mm-hmm.
sophistry that could, bamboozle computers and such, we could have had shorter
Probably.
episodes.
Like he hadn't figured this out because apparently, people will just disappear
Well,
when, like,
how how do you connect the dots to the device in
when the fact
Kirk's cabin?
that people
It's
just
it's it,
die, and I mean, why are there no cameras on the ship?
Interesting. Yeah.
And I'll have to kill the woman because she knows now I'm a traitor to the Empire. Thank you.
After she shows me the device, of course. Now, did Spock here have any indication that he should put other, the mirror crew in the
That's what
transporter at
confuses
that
me. Yeah.
time? I mean, what if they still got the mirror versions of
Exactly.
themselves locked up?
Like, do you think the mirror Scotty would know how to do what a normal person did? Oh, here we go. Hope maybe he'll explain it.
Or if he did, could they still coordinate the transport?
Oof.
Oh, bite me bones. Oh.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh!
Damn. Of course you were.
Did they tell you about this new position rank called
No.
Captain's Woman?
I'll have a yo. I'll have a
I heard
yeoman
about it
move your
some.
stuff into my quarters. Familiar. Oh. Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
There we go. Well, that was remarkably that was remarkably better than the last episode.
And the virtue of being more interesting, it opens up a lot of uh, issues and such and possibilities. It's written by Jerome Bixby, who of course wrote a few other Star Trek episodes. He also wrote "It's a Good Life"
Hmm.
for the Twilight Zone. Uh,
But yeah, I also like them going back into it in other better series like DS9. To
yeah, apparently they thought they had something here and they wanted to
yep.
go to run with it.
Let's see.
But I find my appreciation for this episode hasn't changed in the intervening
Yeah,
time
like
since I saw it
cause some of the
last.
episodes of Star Trek are kind of a whiplash because I remember them and remember being very very enamored with them, but then when I see them, currently, it's like, woof, what the fuck happened here? Oh. But next episode will be the Apple, and we hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see y'all again next time.
Or if you didn't enjoy it, we hope you enjoyed our bright, sparkly repartee.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.